Welcome to the DK His, as you know what we talking about. Welcome to the DK His, that's what we gonna run our mouth. Hey y'all, just a little disclaimer. Everything is for entertainment purposes only. Everything is alleged. I don't know none of these people. I'm just giving my thoughts, my opinions, predictions on what I think I see and know and hear. And I want you to do the same down in the comment section. So don't take everything too seriously, but only with a grain of salt, because you know we be chefing it up in this kitchen. And welcome, glad to have you. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've been here a couple of times, we'd love to have you in the fam bam. All right, y'all, let's get into it. God dang Zoe, or IAMZoe, did a video, and I kept seeing this video, and he was holding up these was it Vietnamese or whatever, like egg rolls, and I kept getting turned out by the egg roll because, like somebody else said on the video, I actually watched Nick and Carla's video, part of it, and then I went back and watched his actual video. They were introduced to the fact that he had talked about him having his first experience with a woman. And if you don't know, in my opinion, I thought he was gay or homosexual into men. But apparently he may be bi. And then Nick and Carla, I believe, said that they thought that he was bi. But when I heard that, I was like, let me go watch the video, because I was wanting to watch the video, but I couldn't get past them egg rolls. When he was holding them up, they looked so sexual. And I just did a video of anal play. Y'all go check that out if you want on my channel. Age restriction, but it's not even that serious. But yeah, she was dead serious. Like, they did look sexual, and like I didn't want to click on the video, but I would have clicked on the freaking video if I knew what he was talking about. But I knew what he was talking about due to Nick and Carla reacting to it. He was talking about the fact that he had his experience with a female. And I've been wanting to do a video on IAMZoe, so I'm actually glad that I get to do this video on IAMZoe, because I had stopped watching him for a second, but I've been recently watching him, and he is hilarious. Like, I love people who are naturally funny without having to try. Like, he's funny, bro. He also said he has some new things coming in the woodworks, which I'm excited about. I think I kind of know what he has planned, but maybe not. But I wish him the best of luck on that in the future plans that he has going on. But okay, so he had talked about on one of his videos before this video about, do females know when they be staking? Okay. And somebody had mentioned they can smell it when they go to the bathroom, which is funny. And yeah, I would think most women would know when they pull their pants down or whatever, unless it's like really, really strong, then they can smell it or whatever, you know. But it was just so funny because I felt, and a lot of men, I feel, I'm sorry, are traumatized by bad smelling bees. Now, I've definitely walked into a restroom and I'm like, they know they wrong for that. Like, I've definitely been there, and I'm like, and all women have been like this is a woman's restroom. Like, why is it smelling like this? But you know, the different pH levels and stuff getting thrown off a whack, and all these different infections you could just get just like that. Like, you have to be on your A game. You got to like know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, one of the main things about him telling his story about what happened was the fact that he was like, she didn't smell like nothing. That really had me laughing a little bit, because like I said, it brought back to the I'm sorry, the trauma that these men have to endure with thinking that these women smell like whatchamacallit. And I believe that's why a lot of men wanted to go with meals, because they don't want to deal with the fact that they think their woman is going to be stinchy. And I hear so many men talking about, oh, my lady, you know, she this, she that, this and that, this and that. And I'd be wrong to say if I didn't walk into a women's restroom, like, I never smell anything. So I can understand, because I had another guy talking about how it's traumatizing. Yeah, it can be traumatizing, even for the female. It can be traumatizing for the female, I'm sure, you know. I ain't gonna never say I've had a freshen up before. I ain't gonna say that I haven't. And I was even like, you wrong for that. But when you know better, you do better, and so forth. And it was kind of out of my control. My pH was thrown off. I had to deal with it accordingly. So I could even say I ain't perfect. You know, I feel like most women have had some issue, whether it's a yeast infection, like something going on, because unless you have a doctor for a parent or somebody who really just talk about your vaginal area, it's so many things you have to go through. And I'm not gonna be here appearing lie, be like, oh, I ain't never smelled my stuff, you know. I mean, I could lie because y'all would never know, but I've had health scares, and it's only been through health related issues that I have. Okay, let's be clear. But I remember the times that I smelled a woman who was on her cycle. I smelled her, and so I've been in situations where I've smelled women, so I know I'm not the only one out here. They make products just for women for this very reason. So I'm not going to feel ashamed by it. But am I going to be around you if I know I'm smelling? No, I'm going to go home. I'm going to clean up. I'll wash up, go to the doctor, figure out what's going on, or recheck that pH. But anyway, he was talking about his experience and how he was so glad she didn't smell like nothing. Because I was number 10. Because, you know, if you don't know, I have been in relationships, in marriages, and I've never smelled anything. And I used to bring up this smell with like the Padussi smell. And they say that that's when it smells like butt, puss, and tass. And it's called Padussi. And Dussy, the guy, okay, and Padussi, and people be like, it smell like Padussi in here, and they act like sex was so musty, and I used to couldn't stand that because every time I've had sex, like it just smelled like nothing. So the fact that whether I take a shower or not, like if it's smelling like that, yeah, that's disgusting for one. That's traumatizing for two. And for three, go get that checked out. Now I can see maybe one time, because like I said, sometimes women have their days. Don't write a woman off just because I know you want to. Heck, we want to write off ourselves if we ever smell ourselves. So just know that, you know, that's not normal to smell stuff during sex, okay? So yeah, normally I don't smell anything. I thought that was everybody, but apparently it's not. And the fact that he was so so surprised and happy about it made me want to hear his actual story on like what really happened to you, Zoe, for you, what kind of stank you've been smelling. And then he was like, when these women in the club be in the club, do they be smelling them? Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm happy for him. And he was like, you know what? I want the woman to set me for me. And it really seemed like he really liked this woman. That was the crazy part. Like he was really trying to please her. He was going to go down. But then it led to something else and they end up, you know, having a moment together. And I know Zoe, like he was tearing it up. He was talking about his stuff was little, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's not as little as he think it is, because I'm looking at his hands. His hands don't look that little. I feel like you just think it's little. And apparently she came and she was moaning. So stop downing yourself. And I feel like that's one reason why he stayed away from women as well. But a lot of times if you have sex with a female, you're not going to smell nothing. At least I hope you're not, because I know I've had sex a couple times and I've never smelled anything. So I don't think that's actually a thing to smell your vagina. Because baby, if you're smelling something, abort mission. ASAP. And be like, baby, I think the pH is a little off. Let's discuss something. Let's do something different, okay? And it's okay. Like a woman does not want to smell herself. Just know that. It's not like a woman is like, oh, I want you to smell all this this stink. No, so she's stinking. Let her know. But anyway, he was just talking about, he was basically tearing it up. I was actually like, dang, I wanted to see this. And he's like, he didn't want to change himself. Any woman who want to be with him need to be with him. And I had mentioned to Tucson on my little rant to about Ari like masculine and up, and he was talking a little masculine in some of his videos, and I was like, what, Zoe? Okay, he look a little sexy. And when you don't get twisted, Zoe is not ugly. Like he looked masculine when he changed that what's up. All I'm gonna say. But you know, you should be able to be yourself, and a woman is gonna accept you for who you are. Or yeah, choose somebody else. But y'all, the kicker is I really feel like he liked this female. Like I want to know who she is, because he had like he was feeling her. I was like, what? I want to see her. I want to see her. I want to see her. So don't be stingy. Like you don't have to show it to us show her to you right now, but we want to see her. And he was talking about they've been rocking for a minute, knowing each other for a minute. They've been friends. So that's like the best relationship. If you can be friends first and y'all can be vulnerable with each other and then have great sex together. Because he said it was good. He said it was so good he want to do another round, baby. And I'm here for it. Like, we want cameras, action, but I know we're not going to be able to. But he had like he was up in that thing, boy. He had like he was, hold up. I didn't even know Zoe had all that in him. But what he was talking about, he was wrecking shop. And he said he was feeling so masculine while he was doing it. I was like, I wish I could have seen that. But anyway, I'm happy for him because I feel like this. Like, I'm a person, I like to try everything, anything. I've had the opportunity to have sex with a female, but didn't do it. I've only been able to, I only had sex with opposite sex, which is a male. And that's what I'm doing for right now. But I feel like if you can experience both, do it. If you single, live a little. I don't know, you may like it. So thank you for sharing that with us, though, and I'm excited to hear more about it later. And I'm glad you didn't get no stank wuss puss, and I'm glad you found somebody that you're comfortable with. And I'm happy to hear about your new endeavor. You have me laughing, rolling, and I appreciate you. And your dog is so cute. It's so big, it's so scary, but it's so cute. Anyway, that's all I had to say. Well, as always, thank you for stopping by at the His House for your alleged tea, entertainment, and gossip and predictions. And we will definitely have more. So definitely come back and see us. And if you want to be notified, hit that bell and also subscribe, especially if you've been here before. Come back again and again. But subscribe and join the fam band. We'd love to have you. And if you liked anything that was said on today or even made you laugh, joke, think, ponder, make sure you hit that thumbs up or that like button, especially if you agree or disagree. And comment down below.